Real equality. Hey, everybody. I'm grateful to be here speaking at this event. Before I start, I just want to say I think it's so wonderful that we all have a forum like this where our community can share our perspective on equality. There I was sitting in Rome, Italy, dressed like a glamorous movie star with my new wealthy husband. As we sat out under the bright moonlight on the gorgeous stone terrace, exchanging superficial niceties and sipping our red wine, I was struck by something I have never forgotten. A download of thought gushed into my mind, and an inconvenient truth made its way into my consciousness. I scanned the terrace, listening to mild laughter, the clanking of glasses, fluent Italian exchanges, grazie, prego, and all of the men and women who were doing exactly the same as my husband and myself, playing this game, pretending we were oh so important. The realization hit me. Oh my God, look at us. We're all the same. We're all going to drink too much alcohol, eat too much food, go home and pass out, go to a bar for a nightcap, get into an argument, or go home and have sex, or some variation of that. Then, the next morning, all that expensive food will wash out of our bodies and we'll do it all over again. This thought haunted me as I looked around thinking, is this it? Is this really all there is? Is this what all the hype is about, being rich and having privilege and feeling oh so special, when the reality is we're all the same? We all pursue the same pleasure, but for what? On the drive back to our villa that night, I pontificated my half-drunk theory to my husband, who was aghast that I was reducing our nice night out to a morning bowel movement. But I learned something that I could not unlearn in that moment. Nothing is really going on here. Just big ego telling the story about special. But at the end of the day, we are all the same. We pretend to be oh so special because, oh my God, what if we were not special? Then what? Oh my God, we can't be ordinary. It's not okay to be ordinary. We must be special. If we aren't special, then we aren't seen. If we aren't seen, we are dead. This whole notion of equality has got me thinking. Equality is about being seen and heard, and that is it. That is really it. Do you see me? Do you hear me? Oh, and yeah, how about, can you please validate me? Can you please validate my existence? Truthfully, I spent years feeling the weight and pain of not being seen. So I made sure to marry a rich man who would adorn me with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry so that you could see how important I was. And if that didn't get your attention, I would try other tactics. That's all we're ever doing. We are all the same. Gay, straight, white, black, transgender, it doesn't matter. We all want this one elusive thing, and we call it equality. I don't think that's what we really want. Test it. Okay, so you get your equality. Then what? So you get your validation. Then what? And if you don't internally accept yourself, you'll constantly seek it outside of yourself. I'm a white woman. I identify as female. I'm a 53-year-old full-time student pursuing my second act. I'm not disabled. I'm single, and I have a very confident personal viewpoint toward my own sexuality. So what's the problem? Easy for me to say, right? There's nothing I have faced in terms of being different or standing out, so you might say. She hasn't been tested enough on the issue of equality or inequality, as it were. You might think she's completely ignorant, and that's why she's got a brash perspective on, or lacking depth of understanding that stirs the internal fight within. When I was younger, I felt I was very wise. I noticed some people who were older than me looked down on me, condescended to me, and made sure that I knew my lack of education meant that they were the more betters of the world. I had a low self-worth, and I didn't know how to fight for myself. Sometimes the pursuit of equality is about learning how to fight for ourselves. We'll show them, only by the time we get to show them, does it matter? Nope. Who do you have to show? Yourself. And that's my message on equality. My question is, who am I fighting to be equal with? You? Nah. Nope. Nada. If I can fight to be me, to be congruent with the me that I am, isn't that enough? Then I don't need any outside validation to be seen and heard and understood. Seeking equality feels like seeking validation and seeking understanding. They're never going to understand you. Frankly, it's not their job. It's my job to understand me and accept me. And it's taken me a long time to get to this place where I no longer blame people for not seeing me or validating me or understanding me or, quite frankly, seeing me as an equal. I divorced my rich husband because, of course, he wanted to lord it over me, and he definitely did not see me as his equal. Some people are more educated than me, so I'm not their equal. Some people will always see me as less than their equal. It seems like it's a chasing after the wind and a pursuit of misdirected instincts. Love of self is what it has come down to for me. If I can be equal to myself and loyal to the unique calling of who I am, then I will not feel inferior. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." So to me, equality is an inside job. The haters will be there. The judges will be there. Carl Jung said, "Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge." When we experience the judgments, the glares, the "who do you think you are?" remember, it's an inside job. I'd like to close my speech by reading a poem my father wrote about prejudice 20 years ago. He is addressing color, but I want you to add whatever you want: gender, sexuality, age, disability. This poem applies across the board and is a good reminder that at the end of the day, we must pursue equality within, because we may never win the one on the outside. What is equality to me? It's about being equal to the task, whatever the task is. It's about free opportunities instead of paying for opportunities through youth or education or color or race or prejudice, but rather through my own personal integrity and love of self. I give you now "The Color of My Skin," my father's poem, and I think it applies to all kinds of issues of equality and prejudice that happen in our world. And hopefully you will understand that it really isn't about you when someone looks at you, looks down on you, treats you as, less than an equal. It's really a reflection of them. The color of my skin. I noticed as he walked the street the color of his skin, and I wondered loud if I had my choice, would I want the color of him? Would the hate well up inside my heart and show that I am weak? Or would I ask, "God, please forgive," and turn the other cheek? And if I turned the other cheek and still the path was blocked, would I still say, "God, forgive," while they cast another rock? Nay, I think the time has come for prejudice to cease, so all men, color meaning not, can safely walk in peace. And if my color, no matter what, should still offend your eyes, it really isn't me you hate. It's you that you despise. Thank you.